this is Robert Monroe with video number 3 of my comprehensive piano series. So now we're going to finally start diving into the nitty-gritty of our instrument. There's a few things that I want you to understand right away, and that is this pattern that you see right here. This is going to be really helpful for us on the piano. We have a group of 3, a group of 2, a group of 3, a group of 2, a group of 3, a group of 2, so on and so forth. If you have an 88 key keyboard or a piano, you'll notice that you got only one down here. That's because a group of 3 was kind of cut off here. So just so you're aware. Now, what does this tell us? It actually tells us when the piano repeats. What do I mean by that? Not all of these are unique notes in the sense that they're not all like some special letter or some special designation. It actually repeats in a pattern over something called an octave. Octave meaning 8. Well, what does that actually refer to? Well, we're going to get into letters more in the next video, but just to give you an idea, this bottom letter is A. And then we just count up letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we have A again, A. So now we go A to A to A to A to A. And if you notice, they sound very similar, right? And this is true of any note on the piano. If you see the one that looks the same when the pattern repeats, so I'm taking the bottom of the 2 black keys, which is D flat or C sharp. We'll get into more of that later. Don't get too confused. And I play it again somewhere else, it's going to sound basically the same. The only difference is whether it's going to be higher or lower. Let's talk about that a little bit. This may be patronizing. You may already know this, but again, we want to cover everything. We want to assume that we don't know anything so we can make sure all bases are covered. Sound has a frequency to it, and that frequency is perceived with our ears as a higher or lower sound or frequency. And that has to do with how fast the frequency is. So A right here, for example, is 440, right? 440. That's the way most modern instruments are tuned. Then we go up to here, and that's going to be double. It's going to be 880. Now, you do not need to know that. All you need to know is as you go to the right on the piano, the notes go up. And as you go to the left of the piano, the notes go down. And the best way, if you're struggling with identifying that, is think about what like big things generally make a low sound. So you've got, for example, guys' voices are down here in the, depths, and that's going to be these sounds way down here. And then you've got really high sounds like this, right? A lady's voice, you could have birds, you could have, animals, again, up in the sky tend to be higher because they're smaller, which tend to have higher frequencies. You got these notes up here. So we've got octaves, we've got black keys and white keys, and we've got high and low notes. Now, every single key on the piano works. And the reason why we have the different color keys is many ways to make it easier to navigate through all of this. To sum up how we're doing all of the black key and the white keys, we're going to have a fun game. It's going to get you sounding good right away in this first lesson. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the white keys, and you're going to just play any white key you want. This one is nice, but you don't need that. You can play any one you want and just mess around with your right hand on any white keys. Well, it kind of sounds like jazz, right? And then go to the black keys when you get bored. And then back to the white keys. There you go. Just a fun way to mess around. That is really all I wanted to get into today. Come back for next video. We're going to talk about letters and get very close to playing our first song.